This class, called the EU Negotiation, is a class for the Masters in European Affairs, where the students simulate negotiation, a legislative negotiation of a real act proposed by the Commission in Brussels, which has not yet been adopted, and therefore the students can really decide the destiny of this proposal for legislation. They represent the actors that are really involved in Brussels in the negotiation, more precisely members of parliament, member states, journalists, obviously the European Commission, and also industry and civil society stakeholders.
Hello everyone, my name is Eva Ferrer. I come from Barcelona, Spain, and I'm a master's student in European Affairs, Europe and the World at Sciences Po. During the simulation exercise, I represented an unattached member of the parliament for Greece, which in reality belongs to an extreme right populist party. I could say that I kind of enjoyed it, the whole creative process, because it was a bit out of the box, because not belonging to one of the parties of the parliament gave me a lot of freedom. Also, I had some disadvantages because we didn't have the same speaking rights, for instance, or the same right to propose amendments. But in the end, I think that I went for another, more creative, populist antagonist version. So I kind of say that it was a bit fun to do in the end.
So I'm Tristan. I was working in the European Commission. I was a policy officer, and I was mainly focusing on the file for animal transport. I also participated in the team which went to the trilogues. So during the entire semester, I had to really get to know the proposal in details. After, it was more analyzing the amendments proposed by the Parliament and the Council, try to understand the logic behind them and how we will be able to have compromise during the trilogues. The trilogue was the huge part of my entire simulation.
Hello, I'm Lukasz. I'm from Poland and I'm studying European Affairs at Sciences Po with a specialization in digital affairs. I was a far-right MEP from Italy, so not really a position that is close to my heart, so it was very fun. Indeed, I enjoy my role. It was very interesting to go out of my comfort zone and try to engage with different ideas. I had to really boost my public speaking skills because it was at the core of my message, and also I had to learn how to defend my ideas even though they are in clear minority.
Through this journey, students acquire a number of skills that are unusual compared to more traditional classes. They enhance a lot their negotiation skills with one another, the teamwork. They enhance their public speaking. They learn how to draft amendments and to push their points of view over others. It's a collective project. They need to come to a result all together, and therefore they need to cooperate. And they also learn a bit the hard way, the way politics works, meaning that sometimes they need to compromise on their own values and interests, and sometimes they need to be a little bit unhappy with the outcome so that everybody can agree onto the same. This journey lasted 3.5 months. We've seen phenomenal progress since the beginning. If you stepped into one of those classes now, you would see a bunch of professional negotiators and you wouldn't know that these are doing a simulation. It seemed like a real negotiation.
Now I think that I understand better what is going on when we do legislative procedures, when we are talking about trilogues, and I think that I have a better understanding of the EU decision-making in general, of a more practical perspective.
So I really enjoyed then kind of trying to bring forward my interests in the Council. Of course, then if it worked, that was absolutely amazing.
I must say that for my seizure next year, I would like to go in an EU institution to get more familiarized with the true procedures in the real institutions.
My favorite part was definitely the trilogues because it made it a bit more concrete and more excited. As a policy officer,
the thing I enjoyed the most in this class was getting to know all the people from my masters, because we're still 200 people in one promotion. So I think that was actually quite nice because the role attribution mixed every group up.
I think it's a very useful class because we come here to Sciences Po to learn about the EU and we are learning a lot from the theoretical perspective, but we don't really get the possibility to apply our knowledge in practice. With this, we are working on real proposals from the European Commission, and we can try to prepare some amendments. We can try to pass them or reject some others. I think it's really useful both for professional life and life in general.
Sciences Po.